Good day, good people. It is Stephanie of Dr. Stephanie Creates, and welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. Today, I'm just going to be sharing my mid-year check-in to show you what's going on with me, what I'm doing, and all of that good stuff. I'm not necessarily going to share what's not working or a Techo Kagi per se, because I think YouTube is flooded with those right now. So I'm just going to say this is the middle of the year and this is what's going on with me. Okay, let's just go ahead and hop in so I can move some of this stuff out of the way. Let's just start with my A6 Techo. You guys know that this is my I like to say my bag planner. This is one that I just simply put down in my bag and carry with me all the time, every day. So it's not necessarily a planner. It's more like a glorified to-do list, if you would. And that's exactly what I do in it daily. I do pre-plan, though, for things that are coming up. And I write it down because this is, just the English version, and this is a day on a page. And then I wanted to just share with you that I do try to decorate it somewhat. And what I usually do is think of a theme for the week. So as you can see here with this week, well, going into this one, I was focused on dolls. So I made sure I used one for each day. Just a little something, but of course, still leaving plenty of room to write. And then this week coming up, I was feeling a little nostalgic and also a little sad that I didn't take an actual summer vacation this year. But don't get me wrong, I'm truly blessed and I usually do. This year I just didn't. So I was reflecting on an Italy trip I took a couple of years ago for my bestie's 50th birthday. We went to the Amalfi Coast, stayed there for about a week. And so I pulled out my Portofino stickers from Sadie Stickers, and that's what I'm using for this week coming up. So that was the inspiration behind these stickers for this week. And again, as you can see, like I said, I just do a little something, but definitely leaving enough room to actually write. And again, just sharing a couple of these pages with you. But yeah, that's how I work through the A6. And again, that just stays in my bag, in my purse, in my work bag, whatever I'm carrying. Okay, let's go ahead and do this big bad boy. Of course, this is my A5 Sterling ink. This is my planner that I use to plan all the things in advance. You've seen me do a few plan with me's on the channel. And this is just the, again, A5. This is the vertical, excuse me. This was a hot mess that I tried to rectify. Still practicing a little bit with these inks. I now know that I should have used my plastic bag, do the little plastic bag trick to spread. I wanted to use actual ink on the spread rather than ink splat stickers or washi. I'll try it again and do better next time. These are my weeks throughout June, using the lovely Happiness Handmade stickers. I've been trying to put you on to that shop. She has beautiful stickers, lots of different categories, and what am I trying to say? I can't get my words today, but lots of different types of stickers. I just love how they look like they melt into the page. These are some more stickers from her shop. These dolls and these florals come from Anika's Creative Closet, another shop that I love. And then These stickers come from According to Allie, another shop that I love. I like how this came out. Allie herself sent me a message. She said it kind of looked like junk journaling vibes. I didn't think about that as I was laying it down, but I enjoyed doing that. Sorry about that. I had to stop that. I apologize. I'll try to edit that out, but knowing me, I might not. There we go. And then, of course, this is the week we're currently in now, and I haven't done anything yet, so I need to hop on it. Okay, that's the A5. Now I'm going to move over a little bit to something that's not necessarily a planner. Well, they're not planners, but this is my stab at a junk journal. And remember, I shared this with you a couple of months ago, and I just wanted to catch you up with how it's kind of going, and it's still just kind of going. I do enjoy it. Um, I bring it to some of my meetups and the classes again that I teach at a local store. And I have since learned from my girlfriends, and not that I asked their opinion, but they said I write too much for this to be a junk journal. Like, for example, you see all this space here? I've left this space to write, and they're like, no, 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 no. You are writing too much for that to be your junk journal. I don't necessarily agree with them, and you know me, it's my journal. I do what I want to do. But I'm still practicing. That's my point, is I'm still trying to figure this junk journal thing out. But I have been trying to keep my stuff and where I go, keep my label, keep my wrappers and things like that. See, left that space to write about my 2 hand turned pens. I only have 2, but I'm going to write about them in this space. And when I show you this again, you'll be like, okay, that's great. But yeah, so still trying to keep up with it, still practicing with it, and I'll get better with practice. But I am enjoying it, so I did just want to share that with you guys. And then my Moxie Life, I did go in and update my goals. And the way I did that was simply changing the color ink. Because honestly, I haven't been doing a great job, just being transparent with you guys. Haven't been doing a great job. But I'm going to jump back on it. But yeah, so I wrote out my original goes in my black ink and I printed. And so my updates are red ink in cursive for the second half of the year. But this, with all things else, or with all other things, I'll get it done. And that's Moxie Life. Okay. So now what I consider to be my actual journal is this B6 Aura Stelle. I am definitely enjoying it. I told you guys I jumped into the journal world last year, the same time I jumped into the fountain pen world as well. Now, I do journal every day, or at least that is my goal. What I have found is sometimes I don't have time for every single day. And when I realized that, then I started to backfill. But then part of me didn't feel authentic in backfilling. But I mean, I know we all do it. We all do it every day. No big deal. So I decided to not backfill anymore. I decided to just continue on with whatever day it is that I pick it up and continue to write. I do that now because I found that Some days I'm just in the mood to write, and I'm in the mood to write a lot. And also, some days what I'm writing about is not necessarily that specific day. So I have incorporated something else in my routine, and I'll share that with you in just a moment. But in this specific journal, my point was to dump out the day on these pages. So that is for me. Look at my beautiful niece, her 16th birthday. She is gorgeous, my baby niece. But yes, this journal was to dump out the actual day, just get it off my chest and get it out my head. So that's what I've been doing here. So with that being said, what are you talking about, Stephanie? Get to the point. I have incorporated what I've called a free writing journal, and I have put it in one of my traveler's notebooks. If you've seen my last video, which was about my travelers, you know I change my covers like my purses, so the insides usually stay the same. So with that, I put in a week's or days of the week or a weekly insert. You know what I'm trying to say, something that lets me see the day and what's going on. And so that is this week, and I need to plan for next week. But my free writing journal is something that I put together for when I just want to continue to write. It's not necessarily a specific topic. It's definitely not about that day, because that's what this journal is for. But this is just what I've decided to do when I was just in the mood to continue to write. I'm feeling that pen and I want to keep going. So that is what this is. And then in the back, an insert just to put some to-dos. But that is what I use this for. So I'm hoping that I'm making sense. This is free writing for when I'm just in the mood to write, or I grab this and I want to go somewhere and sit down and chill out and write. This is my actual daily journal, but I'm not forcing myself to write every day, but this is like a daily dump, shall I say. And yeah, so these are the things that I use, and this is what's working for me. So hopefully this will carry me through the end of 2025. Well, no, hopefully it will. I am determined that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not purchasing anything to change up anything. That is a good feeling, because right now I do have the itch, and I'm starting to look at, all the plans that various shops are having for their 2026. So I'm sure that will keep me fully engaged between now and the end of the year, so that I won't necessarily be purchasing any other system per se. But speaking of purchasing, I didn't want to end this video without sharing what I recently fell in love with. I love Sadie stickers, and I order her mini kits, and I just really enjoy them. But on her site, I noticed she had a trinkets and tidbits section. And oh my goodness, guys, how cute are these stickers? Now, I looked at this sheet and thought, "Ooh, my junk journal. I can fill up some more space since my friends say I write too much." But all jokes aside, this is just simply cute to me. Look at that. And then this is another trinkets and tidbits sheet that's in that section of her shop, rather. And it's all about travel. And she has a bunch of others. So go over there and check her out. But I just had to share these because I thought these were just super cute. Another thing I wanted to share that I am going to add. I just said I wasn't going to add anything, didn't I? Well, that was a quick lie in less than 30 seconds. But no, just an insert. I keep looking at this insert. I keep walking by it, looking at it, walking by it. So the other night I finally said, just buy the insert and play with it, because that's what you're so curious about. And it's just the 019 insert from Travelers, but it's just the undated weeks format. I'm not too crazy about this side because there are no lines or grids, but I think I'm going to get over it because I want to get it out my system to see what kind of flow I can create with this. So I did spend $3 on this because I had a discount to play with. I'm going to add it into my Travelers and see what I come up with. I've been watching videos and being inspired, I'm not going to say influenced, to just try to see if this is an insert that may work for me in some kind of way. So I will definitely share that with you once I start playing with this as well. But yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. That's what's working in my actual system. We're not going to talk about pens or inks today, although I had to show you my beautiful white inks, right? I mean, white pens. I don't know why that's just on me right now. I know this is black and white, but white pens, I guess it's just a seasonal thing that I need to shake, and I will. But anyway, I've held you guys long enough. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I have shared something with you that you like. Please leave me a comment if you have one. Please like the video if you did. And also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until my next video, love on your family. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.